Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cigar Reviews. Today we're looking at another amazing cigar by Casdagli, this Club Marveva. Let's check it out, shall we? First of all, guys, I love a cigar with a foot. I just do. I love when my palate is enriched with a first puff from a beautiful wrapper piece of a foot. And this handcrafted beauty has a lovely bonnet. I don't know what that's called, but it's called something. I'm going to go ahead and light this up. Nice clean wrapper removal. All right, I guess I'll read it first because I don't want to take this beautiful puff without including you guys. Marveva Especiale was launched to celebrate the 2016 Cigar Smoking World Championship finals in Split, Croatia. All the leaves have been sourced by Hendrik Kellner Jr. and aged between 3 to 5 years in the Kellner boutique factory prior to blending and rolling. The chosen blend was selected by the founder and president of Cigar Club, Marveva, Marko Bilic, on his visit to the DR in 2016. This extraordinarily smooth and mild cigar delivered some nuttiness to the palate in its later stages. Body medium, flavor medium, strength medium to mild. It is a Brazilian Cubra wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican filler. Tasting notes of cedar oak, cream, cinnamon, hazelnuts, and coffee, packaged in a natural cedar piano chop box of 15. Pretty cool. Let's check it out. Interesting. Almost has a touch of mouthfeel of the sweetness, which I know you're not going to think sweetness. The sweetness of a jalapeno. As a culinist, jalapenos are sweet, in my opinion. It's that bright, that you know when you cut into a green pepper and it's you sit it on the tongue, fresh, uncooked, and it is really satiating to the tongue. That is where we're going with this, and I like it. It's very different, very, very, very different, and I'm here for it. That is the primary flavor at this time. Wow. Very satiating. Almost like a fresh bite of an orange slice is satiating. And then there are citrus hints to this. But there is that underlying cedar oakiness. Even the, what did I say? Cream, cinnamon, hazelnut, and coffee. I haven't gotten any of that yet. I just get this really bright, satiating flavor, and it's nice. It's really nice. Okay, There is a little bit of creaminess coming out with the oak on the end, right at the end. But really, I'm just getting hit with just almost a fruitiness. And it's just overpoweringly satiating, which is a good thing. Most cigars are very, very, very drying to the palate. And this is very satiating to the palate. My tongue is trash, guys. I had some Italian granita or Italian ice kind of mix that we put in the Ninja thing. And it destroyed my palate. It was cherry. And not my palate, my tongue just ate it up. I think there was some citric acid in that, which I don't like to digest. The acidity just hurts my mouth. I have no idea where I was going with that. Well, this is very satiating to my palate. It's almost soothing. So I like that. Very unique, very unique. Haven't had anything like this. And I think that can be said from all their cigars so far. I haven't had anything like them, which is great. It's nice. It's a nice change of pace. The status quo. Everybody fits into these nicely packaged categories, and this is one company that does not do any of that, which I love. Draws great. Smoke's great. Construction perfect, obviously. Nothing to complain about. It is just fruity. It is fruity to me. Almost like a boxed candy kind of brightness, citrus. Very powerful. And I like it, like I keep saying. I got this cool light. I didn't know if it was plugged in. That's not. $10. This thing, and it shoots like this amber light off. It's really cool. I think it is on Amazon. I like it. It gives a vibe, cool vibe off. But I don't know where my charging block plug is. I cleaned my office, guys. Look how clean this is. It's freaking spotless. I mopped the floors. I think we're doing pretty good here. Somebody reminded me, there was that movie with Bradley Cooper where he takes a pill, Limitless or something like that, and he has an instant 1,000, 2,000 IQ. And they said the first thing he did was clean his apartment. And you can't really have outward organization in life until you organize your home space or your inner sanctum. And that, I think there's some truth to that. I'm typically a person that's going so fast that I don't even have time to slow down for anything. But as I'm getting older, I'm trying to turn new leaves and slow things down, be more methodical, be the kind of guy that could assemble an IKEA dresser if I wanted to, without losing my ever-loving mind. Not that I really want to do that ever, but to be someone who could. So, where does it start? It starts with a clean office. Here we are. Back to the cigar. Okay. Starting to tone way down. Some might say the brightness that was felt and experienced up front could be somewhat reminiscent of a expertly pulled espresso shot. I've had some of those same characteristics in a shot of espresso. I went down an espresso rabbit hole for a while. A friend of mine owned a coffee shop next door to a business I had, and I would sneak over there and pull shots all the time. And if you did 33-second extraction on a natural Ethiopian or something like that, you would get this super bright, super citrusy shot of espresso that gave off a lot of that same satiating, bright, citrusy, electric, energetic flavors that would make your tongue tingle. At this point, a lot of the darker tones are coming out. So more of the wood up front. We're starting to creep into that coffee territory. But still that bright, sweet, really it's if it's anything, it's citrusy. More than other things I can say. This is obviously a high profile cigar. And I didn't know it was when I got it. But that is what it is. Hendrik Kellner Jr., aged from 3 to 5 years. Launched to celebrate the 2016 Cigar Smoking World Championship. Obviously, it's pretty big of a powerhouse. And you can tell it's a special cigar, for sure. It's truly just like nothing. Now, interestingly, it just took a complete turn. It went from extremely satiating to drying in just a moment. Totally falls off now. So all of a sudden you're going along and it cuts the liquid off. Very interesting. No bitterness, but a line in the sand, if you will. More of that nuttiness starting to come out. I'm still not getting really any straight cream or straight coffee yet. But sorry, my wife was texting me. My daughter's allergies are killing her right now, unfortunately. It's that time of the year. So, I went out to my car and it was literally, I mean, I could scoop the pollen off. And then I came back home for lunch for like 20 minutes and I left again and it was still visible everywhere. Not a pollen fan at all. Wrecks me. Okay. All right. Now we're starting to roll into a toasted notes. Toasted notes, toasted cedar, some toasted sweetness for sure. Totally different flavors than we started with. Everything is warming up inside. The natural oils are releasing. It's good. More of that nuttiness starting to take shape. It's a nice cigar. It's totally unusual. I can't even think of something that I could compare this to. If I had to maybe pick one style of cigar to compare it to, maybe a Connecticut. Just because it's not dark, it doesn't have really any truly dark tones to it. But I'm stretching on that. It's just a good cigar. It's a cigar that you have to think about. It's not whispering to me, it's speaking to me. It's not quiet about who it is. Like I believe the Pony Express was. But it is certainly not bold. It's not too prominent in any flavor. It's well balanced. I'd say at this point, the most prominent flavor is wood, a mixture of cedar and oak, followed by a little sweetness and a little nuttiness. If there's cream, it's just slight creamy undertone. Yeah, we're just settling down into a deeper and deeper place in the cedar and oak notes, which, it's an excellently done cedar and oak. A lot of cedars are just so off-putting to me, so powerful, so much in your face that you cannot really handle any other notes in the cigar because there's no room for them. This leaves plenty of room for all the other little nuances to come out. I know they mentioned cinnamon at some point, but I'm not getting any cinnamon at this moment. Somebody did comment and say, "Did you ever smoke that Cohiba Riviera?" And yes, I did. And it sucked. I don't even remember it. I just thought, I don't know if I'd even pay $6 for this. And funny enough, I went to my humidor, my local humidor this week, and they had a Cohiba Riviera in the clearance rack for $6 and I still didn't buy it. A cigar I had just paid $25 for, in for $6. I said, no, I want nothing to do with it. I don't know. I'd probably take it for 2 or 3. Other than that, don't want it and have no use for it. So whatever it tasted like, I don't really remember, because it tasted like any random cigar that I've had. Nothing better. So it wasn't like something I remember that was disgusting, but just not a memorable cigar. Unlike this, unlike a lot of other cigars that are much more affordable. Interesting. So we're toned way down now. The woodiness has subdued, and now we're moving into more of a nuttiness. There's the cinnamon. There it is. Just rolled in. Nuttiness followed by the cinnamon. Very good. I wonder how much these go for. Let me see. Guys, these are so rare. They're so hard to find. I don't know if I can even find any of them besides the sampler pack. Everything's out of stock. None. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying here. Okay. I think I found it. These aren't them. Don't see them, my friends. I cannot find them. I guess the only way you get them is through a sample pack. They have a Club Marveva Spalato 2, 18 apiece. That's the closest I can find to these. Not the same cigar. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, they have so many cigars, guys. It really is very interesting. I personally have not heard a ton about this company. But I'm very happy with them. Yep, smallbatchcigar.com is the only place I can even find them in America. So, like I said, I got a 5-pack here for $100 basically. And am I happy with that? So far I am. How could I not be? I mean, they're definitely, compared to any Cohiba I've had, I mean, come on, way better. Cigar has totally subdued now, mellowed out completely. I'd say there's 80% less action going on, which is typical in many cigars. It's kind of soft, underlying woody notes, a little bit of that brightness at the end. But everything is so much less powerful, and it was powerful at the beginning. Now it's just smooth, refined, sophisticated, but somewhat docile, which I'm here for. It's still a powerful cigar. So, speaking of which, it is powerful enough that I'm going to sit back, relax, smoke the rest of this Casdagli Club Marveva. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cigar Reviews. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, year, month, life. Ciao and arrivederci.